Hi, I'm Shar Johns. I am the Associate Superintendent at the Nevada County Superintendent of Schools. Our inspiration really came from our previous superintendent, Holly Hermanson, and we wanted to update what we were doing with the student science fair and update most all of our academic tournaments and make them more appropriate to what was going on with instruction in the classroom and bring everything more up to date to 21st century learning. The science fair itself, back in the day, was only grades 6 through 12. And we wanted to expand that so that we were including all grades, TK, actually preschool, through 12th grade. And so it's been really exciting to work with our districts and our teachers and watch the innovative things that are going on in the classroom and work with community members in our area that are doing innovative things, technology, and bringing that into our students, putting all of that together and watching this evolve over the years. It's just been pretty amazing to watch that. Well, we actually have a special exhibit that is put on by our early childhood education program here at Nevada County Superintendent of Schools. And so our early childhood director brings in activities for preschoolers so that they are able to participate as well. And our community brings in lots of activities that runs the gamut of all grade levels. So for instance, last year, the library brought in Spheros and students could paint with the Spheros. And so it was wonderful for our preschoolers to be able to paint and create designs using an iPad and a robot. So it was very exciting. They did take their art home after that, and there was opportunity for them to, specifically for our toddlers, build things and be creative with different blocks and materials and things that they could engineer products on their own and then knock it all down at the end if they wanted. You know, that is so hard because they are all so amazing and wonderful. The only entry that qualifies for the state science fair is in the scientific inquiry. So if a student is interested in being judged and possibly moving on to the state science fair, their category has to be scientific inquiry. And we usually get a good supply of those. Of course, a big favorite is always the Rube Goldberg machines, and to watch those. I think the one that we get probably the fewest entries from would be the science fiction category. And that's an interesting category, and it could just run the whole gamut of a lot of different things. So I'd like to see some maybe interesting things in that category. So that's been evolving as well. And of course we have a huge team, not huge, but more than just me that puts this expo together. And we have a coordinator for each of the areas. And so we do have a math coordinator that works on that. And our math coordinator is really the brainchild of the math tasks. And this year it has evolved to be a math and engineering problem-solving task where they actually have to not only solve the problem but build a prototype to go along with it. So we're incorporating not only the math problem-solving strategies but also the engineering skills that go with that. So that's pretty exciting. I'm excited to see what kind of projects come out this year from our students. TechTest Junior is a test, actually. It is for grades 5 through 8. It is a science and mathematics test. So it takes place off-site at 2 of our technology firms, and they take the test there, and then they get to tour the facility and actually see how what they've been learning in math and science relates to the real world and the jobs that people are doing out there in our community. So it's pretty cool. We're really very passionate about making this a STEAM expo and putting the A in STEM, because art just runs the gamut across all of those areas: science, technology, engineering, and math. There is art in all of those. So we've tried to find some creative ways to bring that in and to showcase what our students are doing. One of the things that within the science projects that they do in any of those categories, our students in grades 6 through 8, of course, are judged on those. And we have rubrics for each of those. And within those rubrics, there are different criteria for art. And so how they are bringing art into those projects is judged. And then those students are awarded, we call the Da Vinci Awards, for those students that kind of shine in their art. And maybe a student who didn't place in scientific inquiry placed because of the way they were bringing art into that project. And then we also are incorporating all of the arts components that we do throughout the county and throughout the year. You know, Young at Art and Poetry Out Loud. We have Music in the Mountains there. We have a music petting zoo so that students of all ages can come in and experience musical instruments. And so that is bringing the art in a variety of different ways into the STEAM Expo.
How much fun did I have last year? I'd say I had a lot of fun. I saw 3D printers, 3D pens, robotics, a lot of coding, student-made projects that they entered, and band and choir. Yes, I would recommend it to a friend.
Everything that the students bring to the STEAM Expo continues to amaze me and bring awe. And it actually brings tears to my eyes thinking about it, because we walk around and just look at the amazing things that students from all grade levels are doing. And then to have them showcase those projects, and then to have our community members come in with activities for the community, and to watch families move through the STEAM Expo and work together and be a family and learn together of the things. I mean, it's just really, it really is awe-inspiring to just watch how the whole thing comes together. And we're extremely proud of it, and extremely proud of the success. And just, you know, this will be our third year. And we have well over 1,000 visitors come through the fairgrounds for that day. It's pretty amazing. The STEAM Expo takes place at the Nevada County Fairgrounds at the Main Street Center on Saturday, April 7th, and it runs from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. that day. And it's free. There is no admission, there is no charge for parking, and anybody can just come and join us. The entry deadlines are March 16th for most all of the projects, and for Tech Test Junior, the deadline is February 23rd. And so they enter with their schools, and so it's not an individual entry for that. And so come out and join us.